A couple weeks ago, I spoke about allowing people to be who they are and trusting people to be who they are. And this is an extension of that. It's a slightly different perspective on it. And so here's what I'm inviting you to consider is when people offer you, when they interact with you, okay, they offer you their gift. Now this is a little semantic. This is what I'm calling it for this video. Okay, now sometimes, granted, it may not feel like a gift. Okay, but I'm just going to say what they have to offer you is their gift, and it's their gift to you in that moment. You could call it their offering, if you prefer. If that feels a little more accurate, that works as well. And so my premise for this video is the gift or offering that people are offering is the best they're able to do in that moment. Now, this is the part that's a little radical, and it's a premise. It's my truth. You can agree or disagree with this, but this video is based on it, so I just want to be upfront about it. So you may say, well, geez, he said he was going to show up and he didn't. So certainly he could have offered better. Certainly he was really lame, or he judged me when I shared my heart. And it's like, Mike, you're telling me that was their best? Yes, I am. And it may not feel like that. If they would have been able to show up more for you, is my premise, is they would have. If they would have been able to support you more, or judge you less, or embrace you more, or love you more, any of that stuff, they would have. And that's a pretty radical premise, and there's a lot of freedom in it. And so now this gets kind of dicey because it gets into, a lot of times we're really vulnerable. We're asking someone for a favor, okay, and then they aren't able to show up like we hoped. Okay, and the like we hoped is really part of this because it gets into expectations. Okay, we have expectations about the way people are going to interact with us. Okay, and I talked a little bit about this 2 weeks ago. All the different types of relationships. We have expectations about how our significant other is, how our friend is, how our boss is, how our child is, how our parent is, how our acquaintance is, how our coworker is. We have expectations about how we would like them to be. Okay, and they're not like us, you may have noticed. So they're going to show up in a way that maybe is different than that. Maybe some people show up in a way that's consistent with that. And so when they don't, it can get really painful. We can feel betrayed. We can feel hurt. We can feel disappointed. We can feel sad. We can feel grief. We can feel loss, and any of that. So this is it can be very emotional when the way people show up, the gift they offer, if it's not what we expected, that can be painful. And so that's why there's the freedom of this, is if we just accept, okay, and this is the invitation, I'm not telling you what to do, but it's like if we accept the way they showed up, the gift they offered, that was the best they could do in that moment. Okay, then we can deal with it. Then we get some choices. I can either accept, the first very primary fundamental choice is I can either accept the gift they're offering or I can reject it. And we do this energetically. We don't say, oh, I accept your gift or I reject your gift. Thanks for offering, but no thanks. We know it's usually way more subtle and energetic. We can energetically embrace the gift that they're offering, or we can be, really? That's what you're offering? That's the choice. Okay. And I'm not saying one's better than the other. I try to embrace the gift they're offering as much as I can, and it's and I have to let go of my expectations. I have to let go of control. And it's I offer, hey, do you want to help me do this? Or, hey, how about this? We go do this together. Or I'm doing this, we could do, so any of that, invitations, or someone offers, maybe it's their idea, we should do this, and then they cancel. you know. So when they do that, and then they come up with like, I know I said I was going to do this, but I can do this. I can help you for a couple hours, and then I got to split. So at that point, I can either say, oh, okay, well, that's cool. Well, just come over and help me for a couple hours then. And I can accept their gift as it is and let go. It's like, it would have been nice. I was kind of counting on them to help me the whole day, but they're helping me for a couple hours. That's great. Well, okay, now I might need to make adjustments. I might need other people to help me the rest of the day. It's like, okay, but their gift is great. They're helping me for a couple hours. That's what they're able to offer. Okay, that's a very physical example. There's also emotional versions of they're able to support us to this extent. And then they may not support me the way I need to, so then I have to go to someone else to get the support I needed emotionally. Okay, but the freedom of this is that's the gift they had to offer. That was the best gift they could offer in that moment. So then right away, I'm coming to terms with reality. It's like, that's what they offered. It's in a very real sense. That's what they offered. We could argue about whether that was the best they could do or not. But the one thing that is true, that's what they offered. Okay, so then what do I do with that? I can embrace it or I can not. And if I don't embrace it and I don't accept it, now I'm having a problem with reality. I'm not okay with the reality of what they offered. And that causes problems. Okay, then I can't deal with it emotionally. I can't deal with it practically because I'm wishing it was something else. I'm wishing they were something else. I'm wishing the gift they offered was something else. And that causes problems. Whereas this, if I just embrace what they offer, now I know what I'm dealing with. It's like, okay, I was hoping that, this is what they're able to offer. So I'll enjoy the connection of them offering that gift, and I'll offer this gift in return, or I'll have this experience with them. Maybe it's an intimate sharing experience, maybe, even if it's not what we expected. So I can do that, and then if it's disappointing, I can still feel the loss. This isn't a way of like shutting off our feelings, but if we accept the reality of their gift, then we can feel the disappointment. We can feel the betrayal. We can feel the grief. It's like, oh, I thought our friendship was this, and they showed up like this, which is a clear indication that that is a different type of thing than I thought it was. That can be really sad. Okay, but I wouldn't have gotten to that sadness so quickly if I wouldn't have accepted. I've got to first accept their gift. So anyway, as you can see, this has little nuances, and I want you to kind of work with it, invite you to work with it as you would. So that's what I want to leave you with, right? Is whatever people are offering you, that is their gift. My suggestion is accept their gift, and then you can feel and you can respond to them and interact with them on the basis of what they're offering you. I would say what they're willing and able to offer you at that moment. One last little twist is what we offer other people is our gift too. It goes both ways. So if we do it consciously, I talk about allowing energy in, we feel we have clear seeing, clear feeling, and then we have this call for action. And then that is our gift that we're offering them. I even called a book that I wrote called Your Natural Gift. So that is our gift. And they may not think that our gift is enough. Our gift might not meet their expectations. And they may have issues with the gift that we offered. And so there's freedom in this too. You can say, well, now if it was a conscious gift, this works even better. It's like, well, they wanted me to do this. This is as far as I was able to go in that direction. So here's the gift I offered them. Okay, if it was more of an unconscious gift, it's like, ooh, maybe I'll offer a little more than that, or they're not happy with me, but that's what I offered. So there's freedom in that too, because we don't beat ourselves up. It's like, that's what I offered. So anyway, that's the two sides of it. And hopefully this makes sense to you. And it's created a lot of freedom in my life, a lot of joy in my life. And then what happens is I'm able to enjoy the interactions more. If I accept what they are offering and what I am offering, then I can enjoy the interaction rather than hoping that they were offering something else. So that is my video for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy your week. And I would just invite you to think about, to maybe see the way people are interacting with you. Just maybe start with like, okay, that is their gift. That's what they're able to offer me right now. And then you can feel and respond and plan in the way that you need to around that. So I will see you in a week.